30 years of age. We believe that these novel digital financial programs will contribute to Pakistan's economic, social and technological progress. These will create a culture of digital literacy benefiting consumers and businesses alike by promoting transparency, convenience and accountability. They can also serve as a classical example of our fresh businesses aligning with national priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is blessedly endowed with fertile agricultural land, a dynamic population, a vast mineral wealth, complemented by a vibrant IT sector and abundant prospects for renewable energy, including solar, hydroelectric, and wind power. At this juncture, I would also like to highlight our government's efforts to uplift Pakistan's journey towards economic recovery. After continuous and concerted efforts, we are now on the road to sustainable growth. It is not too far long away when Pakistan had reached to a point where from a global economy in 2016-17, all macroeconomic indicators were doing excellent. Bankers and professionals would recall the inflation had come down to around 3.6%. The food inflation was less than 2%. The GDP growth was 6.3%, all-time high, still not record broken. The forex reserves, $24 billion, the best stock market of South Asia and the 5th best in the world. And Pakistan was moving with a speed where the global authority known as PricewaterhouseCoopers had to project Pakistan to be becoming part of the world global economic powerhouse known as G20 within a short span of time and maximum by 2030. So I think we need to reflect what went wrong. We need to reflect what mistakes we made as a nation. We need to reflect how can we correct ourselves and the course, and we need to stay on course together as a nation if we need to be part of the comity of nation with dignity and pride. I think it's up to us, it's up to professionals, it's up to such innovative initiatives. I think Pakistan has, in my opinion, a great potential. A new homegrown economic program has been rolled out already. The extended fund facility was a sort of majboori. Why majboori? Because Pakistan's economy, which has grown to a record 24th global economy, had fallen in the next 4 years to 47th global economy. This was the greatest loss Pakistan had ever in a short span of time. So we had to go to the EFF program of the IMF. We got it signed on 25th of September. Obviously, a significant departure from the past. Our strategy revolves around reforms aimed at promoting productivity and competitiveness, fostering both domestic and external competition, and creating space for private investment. The governments are not there to do business. The focus should be that the private sector should be the one which performs and does the business, and the government should be facilitator. So we have taken initiatives. We have identified the units which Pakistan state-owned enterprises must be privatized. We are going for outsourcing of airports. If the Heathrow can be run by a management company as has been outsourced by UK government, I think we have no reason why we can't outsource our airports, Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, the major one, to be run in a more professional, in a better way, which can provide better services to the citizens and to the passengers. We are right-sizing the role of the state. reforming state-owned enterprises, and improving the quality of public services, spending, and infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, the structural reform effort is being complemented by the continuation of strong macroeconomic policies reforms. They are always painful. We had seen that pain 2013, 2014, but then the time came when the whole world had praised. I still have to recall, in the 77 years history of Pakistan, any government's tenure in which all the multilateral financial institutions had visited the capital of Pakistan. It is only 2016-17 when the World Bank president came. Its CEO Shri Mulyani, who is now finance minister of Indonesia, her successor Kristalina, who is now the IMF managing director, then the managing director of IMF, Christine Lagarde, the Asian Development Bank President Nakau, the AIIB Chinese Bank President Jin, you name it, IFC head, all came to Pakistan recognizing your country's performance, called on the Prime Minister and used to hold press conference either in this hotel or the Marriott, and tell public and the people of Pakistan what potential Pakistan has. In my opinion, that potential still exists. It is never too late. We have lost a lot, but its recovery is absolutely possible. I am basically an optimist and I live with hope. I have seen these cycles many times in my life. It is bad luck. Pakistan is a nuclear country. Pakistan has a proven missile technology. What we are lacking is economic well-being, economic stability. We are destined to be part of G20, and it would have been long ago. But as I said, it's never too late and we should never give up. So I have no reason to believe that there is any adverse possibility, provided we stay united, we work hard, and we move in the right direction economically and otherwise. Let me also point out about the monetary policy of our government. The Master of Ceremony has already indicated it. You see, it's a vicious circle which we got in. From 5.25% policy rate, number of bankers I can see sitting here, you peaked to 22% of the policy rate. Imagine 2 to 3% spread of the bank. Which business can sustain paying the financial cost to run its business at the rate of 25%? Today, we have seen in the few months of this government tenure, the inflation, which has peaked 28% last year this time, had actually went in mid-30s, has already come down to close to 6.9% to be precise. The policy rate, which was 22% just earlier this year, has come down to 17.5%. I see no reason why this should not be brought down in the next Monetary Policy Committee meeting. There are all strong economic fundamentals available that it should be further reduced. What reduction? It would be obviously up to the Monetary Policy Committee of the State Bank to decide. It's independent. It is absolutely free to take any decision under the law which has been placed in the country. But the gap between the headline inflation, the consumer price index, and the policy rate is too big now. So I would not be surprised, I'm not predicting anything, that any wisdom, any sanity prevails in the Monetary Policy Committee. I at least see it to close to 15% in next 1 week, because the gap is too big. Even if you have to ensure any resurrection of the inflation, obviously that still big gap is available to cover that. 7 versus 17.5. So the policy rate I have explained. the future roadmap of the macroeconomic indicators. If you have the luxury of going to our website of this government, before the elections, we put up a manifesto, and there's an economic chapter. You would find that we had promised that by fiscal year 25, which is 30th of June 25, it will come down to around 10%. It's already 7. And the tenure will be completed. Economy and its landscape, this model aligns perfectly with the present government and its vision, the goal for a digital and economically prosperous Pakistan. As our government continues to work on a plan to stabilize the economy, I believe such innovative ideas have the power to strengthen communities and uplift lives. Ladies and gentlemen, the initiatives aims to create over 500 new jobs within next 1 year with focus on empowering youth. Now this is very important. We got about 67% of our entire population of 240 million who are under 30 years of age. We believe that these novel digital financial programs will contribute to Pakistan's economic, social and technological progress. These will create a culture of digital literacy benefiting consumers and businesses alike by promoting transparency, convenience and accountability. They can also serve as a classical example of our fresh businesses aligning with national priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is blessedly endowed with fertile agricultural land, a dynamic population, a vast mineral wealth, complemented by a vibrant IT sector and abundant prospects for renewable energy, including solar, hydroelectric, and wind power. At this juncture, I would also like to highlight our government's efforts to uplift Pakistan's journey towards economic recovery. After continuous and concerted efforts, we are now on the road to sustainable growth. It is not too far long away when Pakistan had reached to a point where from a macroeconomic unstable country, we were declared to be 24th global economy in 2016-17. All macroeconomic indicators were doing excellent. Bankers and professionals would recall the inflation had come down to around 3.6%. The food inflation was less than 2%. The GDP growth was 6.3%, all-time high, still not record broken. The forex reserves, $24 billion, the best stock market of South Asia and the 5th best in the world. And Pakistan was moving with a speed where the global authority known as PricewaterhouseCoopers had to project Pakistan to be becoming part of the world global economic